let's talk right now about how you can use the Library of Congress to find some really fantastic primary sources to use with your K through 5 students. So just to give you a preview of the website, when you scroll down, you're going to see just a menu underneath the main image here, and the main image will move back and forth between different topics. You'll see the topics that are trending, and then underneath that, you'll see information about the library and exhibitions. Exhibitions might be an interesting place to look. For example, this Mapping a Growing Nation might be helpful for different primary source maps if you're looking for those. And to access that, you're just going to click on it, and then it'll give you some information about the exhibition. And you can look for the online exhibition to see what materials they have online for you to look at. And each of the online things will provide you with an image and a description of the image, and you can bookmark the item directly. Going back to the main page, another thing you might want to look at would be the digital collections. If I click on that, there's lots of different maps, images, that sort of thing. I want to take a look real quick at the American historical newspaper section. This is where you can find all kinds of really old newspapers. So for this, you might want to limit it by, for example, Kentucky. And this is going to search Kentucky from 1789 to 1963. And maybe I'm just interested in a Revolutionary War perspective from an earlier time period. So if I search Revolutionary War, it will return different Kentucky newspapers that mention it, and it highlights my search term in red. So for example, if I scroll down, I might choose this newspaper here, which was the Kentucky Irish American from 1907. And this gives a little history of Irishmen in America and the importance that they played in securing independence, which is kind of an interesting perspective if you are interested in that. You can zoom in, you can print, all different kinds of ways to access that information. You might print it as text, PDF, or a JPEG. So let's go on back to the main Library of Congress page. The way I usually use it is I usually just do a simple search. So for example, I might search George Washington and Kentucky for a Boolean search. And here I'm going to find all different kinds of things related to George Washington. Now, it helps to refine your results. What I usually do is I usually come down and I refine my result by date. So for example, if I wanted to get something that he actually wrote, I might refine it by 1700. So I've refined my results, and now what I see is a bunch of correspondence. And, you can kind of read the blurb about what it's going to be about, but as I scroll down and open one, I can choose to download that as a JPEG or a GIF. If I go JPEG, I just choose JPEG and press go. And then I'm just going to right click and save the image as if I needed that image. So that opened in a new window. I'm going to close that window, go back to my search results. Another thing to look for is some of these images, especially of letters, have a PDF transcript, which could be really helpful to your students because it would be nice for them to see the original letter and the script, but then also be able to read it. So if you click on PDF, you can download this as a PDF to share with students so that they can actually read what was written. All of these items underneath the About Item description has a Cite This Item section where you can expand that and then copy and paste the citation style that you might use. So that's just very quickly how I use it. There's lots of different ways to kind of drill down into the Library of Congress and find some new things. So if you want help with that, just let me know.